Hi, this is the first in a series of new videos that we're going to try and put together every fortnight. I'm going to look back on events in Westminster and give you my take on why they really make a difference to people living in Welwyn Hatfield. Now, the big theme over the last fortnight has been international trade, and it's crucial that we get relationships right with countries all across the world so we make it easier for British businesses to succeed. And we've had some really good news. First of all, the UK has signed a landmark trade deal with India. I asked a question in the House of Commons and took the opportunity to praise Councillor Pankit Shah, who was our first ever British Indian mayor.
In Welwyn Hatfield, we have a vibrant Indian diaspora, including my friend Councillor Pankit Shah, who just over 20 years after moving to the UK became our first ever British Indian mayor of Welwyn Hatfield and served with distinction.
Second, we have good news on our trading relationship with the United States. We are the first country in the world that has been successfully able to negotiate a reduction in the tariffs that were imposed upon us by President Trump, and that is particularly important for exporters in the automotive sector, and I know that it's going to be welcome news to people and businesses in Welwyn Hatfield and brings more stability to the economy, and I hope that we can go further still. Thirdly, and this is something I'm particularly passionate about, our relationship with the European Union, our single largest trading partner. People who know me will know that I'm unapologetic about saying we need a closer and stronger relationship with our friends and allies in the EU. And next week we've got the UK-EU summit, and that presents a real opportunity to get a stronger deal that will make a huge difference to businesses up and down the country. On domestic politics, I recently joined the Housing and Local Government Select Committee, and it's a real privilege to be part of a small group of MPs who have the opportunity to ask questions of ministers and experts in this field. Last week we had a session on local government finance. I know that there are people working at our council and councils up and down the country who have really felt the squeeze. There was such a dramatic reduction in funding for local government by the Conservatives. We are looking actively at how we can better support local government, make sure it has the funding to deliver those key local services that we all rely on. And finally, and perhaps most importantly of all, I just wanted to say a personal thank you to everybody in Welwyn Hatfield who took part in services and events commemorating VE Day 80 years on. It was a privilege for me to join events in Hatfield, Welwyn Garden City and Welwyn Village, and to make a speech on the floor of the House of Commons talking just a little bit about the contribution the people of Welwyn Hatfield made to the war effort 80 years ago.
As we commemorate VE and VJ Day, I feel exceptionally fortunate to stand in a Commons chamber where our political predecessors had the resolve to stand united against Nazi tyranny. And I'm equally proud to represent Welwyn Hatfield, to recognise some of the contributions made to the war effort, and to simply say thank you for everyone who fought for freedom.
Yeah. Thank you for watching the first in this series. I think it's important that we try new things. If you enjoyed it and found it useful, please share it on social media.